There's a microphone on the table. You can stand or you can sit down. Oh, I think it's better you sit down.
I sit down.
Yeah, it's better.
All right.
Be careful.
Yeah. It's great to be here. Thank you. Why are you so far away?
I'm always far away. I keep the distance.
Keep a safe distance, please.
Yeah, so people want to take pictures of you on stage, not of me.
Okay, there's a reason for everything. Nice to see you guys. So numerous. Thank you. I don't have a big introduction to give like all the rest of the people, but I'd rather have your questions and then we can have a nice chat and then we can all go home. I think it's better. It's great. It's not my first time in Germany. I've been to Germany many times. I love this country. You have a great appreciation of the arts, of cinema. Both of my films as a director have been released here. I'm very honored of that. My father's movies. And my father's been here last year. I couldn't wait to come. It's only the second time I've been to a horror convention. I like it a lot. I meet a lot of great, funny, interesting, diverse, bizarre people, and people like me, freaks. And very curious if you have anything to tell me or to know. And that's it.
Hi. You worked with your father many times, and when you started directing, did you face any prejudices because of your father, or because people thought it was just nepotism that you made movies, or how was that for you?
No. I mean, in a way, I learned a lot from observing my father, who has so many tricks up his sleeve. He's a real master. He knows so many tricks from the past. Also, my grandmother was a great photographer during the fascist times. And so we have a great knowledge of light. And I've learned so much from both my grandmother and my father. Observing my father, and in a way I think I also as a director make horror movies, but my movies are the horror of the everyday life. My father is more into the fantasy world, and I never feared nepotism because I had to fight with my nails to be able to make my movies, and it was never easy. My first movie as a director I made when I was 23 years old, and believe me, in Italy, a country that is so misogynist, it wasn't easy to put a movie together. So it's still very hard for me to make movies as a director because I'm a woman, and now, even 13 years later, it's still hard for me to put a movie together as a director and writer.
I have a question for you. My question is, working on Land of the Dead with George Romero, what was it like?
It was a great experience. I was so happy when George called me to do this movie. It was shot in Canada. The whole movie was shot at night. So for 2 months, it was winter time, it was freezing, but we were shooting the whole movie at night. So we lived at night. And whenever I wasn't shooting, I had to live through the night, so I was partying all the time. I started DJing because of that, because I didn't know what to do to stay up at night, and so I would go to clubs all the time, and I enjoyed myself quite a bit. And George is a real master, and to observe him work is like observing my father. He has such a knowledge of the craft, and I've never seen anybody like that except for my father working in horror.
You've come to the movie business over your father. You starred in some of his movies. If you hadn't become in the movie business, no, you didn't. That's not true. Then tell us how you started, and if you hadn't become an actress, what would you have done instead?
I started working when I was 9 years old. Not with my father, with another director that used to be Pasolini's assistant, Sergio Cippi, and I worked my whole life, and I don't know what I would become if I didn't become an actress. I don't know if I would even still be alive, because movies is all I know. All my family has worked in movies. It's my great-grandfather was in Brazil, sporting movies, my grandfather, my mother, my sister, my uncle, everybody works in movies. So my life would be really shit without movies. I like plants a lot, so maybe I would be a gardener. I always like plants. So can you imagine me be a gardener? Maybe. I would be a gardener. It's funny, no? But imagine, everything's possible.
You starred in the Triple X movie with Vin Diesel. How did you get involved with the project?
Well, I got involved. I received I just had my first daughter, Annalu. I was 25 years old, and I received this phone call from Hollywood. They wanted me to fly to LA, and I wasn't really into it because my daughter was so little. But then I decided to go and try, and then I got the part, and that's why I got involved with the movie. I got the part immediately, and it was a great experience. The movie, I'd never done a movie that was so big, so gigantic in Hollywood.
You mentioned Triple X, big budget. You mentioned Triple X, big budget. Is that something you would rather pursue further, or would you rather stick to the independent field?
After Triple X, I wanted to do my second movie as a director, The Heart is Deceitful Above All Things, and I was living in America, and I got a lot of offers for movies that were kind of identical to Triple X, lots of action movies, and I said no to every of these movies because I was ready to do my second movie. And after that, I worked with Gus Van Sant and Sofia Coppola. I did more independent, I worked with my career didn't go that direction. It took another direction into more independent art movies, which is very fine by me. You know, it wasn't meant to be like that. I'm happy I've done one big budget movie, but I don't think I was prepared in my life to be the hot babe from Hollywood. I was never prepared to be like that. I'm an intellectual.
And would you like to direct a movie of this kind? Big budget Hollywood movie?
No way.
No way.
I can't do it. I don't have the imagination. A story like that doesn't come in my fantasy. It's not in my fantasy, a movie like that. I think always of little movies that are very intimate and they're not major. There are no guns involved, explosions, no cars crashing, nothing like that.
You've done a couple of projects over the last years. What is your favorite project so far that you have done and why?
That question I don't know how to answer because I've done so many movies in my life. I've done like 50 movies since I started working when I was 9, and I don't think there is anything right or wrong that I've done because everything was right when I was doing it at the time, and there's nothing that I favor over anything else because life is a beautiful book and then you just turn the page when the movie's over. And it's a chapter of your life that it's over.
Hi. You did the Dracula 3D recently, you shot it with your father. Have you any infos on that? And I think you, it's been some time since you worked with your father, right? Before that project.
Yeah, it had been some time. And I think, since Mother of Tears. And the movie is very classic. But with an Argento's touch, and lots of insects, lots of animals, and it's going to be really great. The 3D came out really good. Now he's doing the special effects in America, and I think it's going to be ready for February, March.
Besides the Dracula movie, what projects are you working on at the moment? What's coming up?
Well, this year I've done 6 movies, all in Italy and 1 in France. So I don't know if you're going to see them here because Italian movies are so like Italian. I don't know if many of them come out even here. And I'm writing my new movie as a director, which is going to be kind of like the first movie I've done, Scarlet Diva, but 10 years later. And I feel very passionate about it. It's going to be even more extreme than the first one. And then I just finished a French movie with Charlotte Gainsbourg. And right now I'm just taking a little break because I think 6 movies is a bit too much already.
No questions in the audience. What is the funniest thing that ever happened to you on a set?
I farted. I once, it's true. Now I can say it because it's many years, but I remember I was in a set of a movie called P-Monkey, and I was with Rupert Everett, and then I had to take a gun from under the pillow, and the moment I was with my tits out, I was naked, and then I had to take the gun very fast under the pillow, and then I farted, and it was very loud, and everybody pretended like they didn't hear it, and I wanted to die actually. Now it's funny and we're laughing, you see, but when it happened, I wanted to die. That was funny.
Started acting as a kid. how did you prepare for a role? Did somebody tell you how exactly you have to act, or do you watch something from another kid actor? How did you start? How did you prepare?
When I was a kid, I would not read the script, and I would read the scene just before I did it. That was my technique to remain always fresh, because kids otherwise tend to be like trained chimpanzees. You know, if they read the scene too much, and that's what I worked also with when I worked with the kids in the movie I directed. I would do the same trick. I would only give them the scenes before we shot the scene, because I think kids are so natural. So in order to preserve their spark, it's important that they don't know the scene too well and that they learn it at the last minute, so that they're very natural and instinctive.
Questions? Here, over there. Ah, he has an ask. Okay, we'll go there.
Hello.
Hello?
Are you a very passionate Italian woman? So tell us please, what do you think about the situation in Italy now? You know, the economic problems on the one side and Berlusconi on the other side. What's
what side is Berlusconi? What's on the other side?
the economical financial situation of Italy?
Yeah. Well, that's not on the other side. I mean, Berlusconi is on the same side of the economical problem. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, since the 80s, it's been going down and down and down. And Berlusconi arrived in the 80s, and this huge luggage filled with money from the sky, it fell on his table, and he became slowly the owner of Italy. And then people are so damaged mentally that he put posters saying that he would give 1 million jobs to Italians, and people voted him. And now it's been almost 20 years that he's been in power. But the problem is that the Italians vote him, because Italians, they want a figure of a kind of a Mussolini, somebody like that, like a strong figure to follow. And now we're, as a country, you saw the Merkel and Sarkozy, people laughing at us, and it's a shame because we're in deep shit. And now after Greece and Portugal, it's our heads is going to be cut off from the EU. And it's a very dramatic situation right now in Italy. So the first thing that's been cut out is the culture. So very few movies are made each year in Italy. It's a very dramatic situation. So the economic, it's a huge crisis. People don't have the money to finish every month, to pay the rents, to pay the food, and I don't even know where to begin to tell you what a difficult situation it is for our country right now. It's sad, it's not something that we want to talk about right now, but you asked the question, so.
Okay, we have room for one more quick question, because Ray's already waiting. Okay, here we go.
Also working with Abel Ferrara and Christopher Walken on New Hotel.
It was for me a great opportunity. I learned so much from this movie. I was only 22 years old and I was working with one of my heroes, Abel Ferrara, and great actors like Willem Dafoe and Christopher Walken. And all the movie was improvised, and I learned from the first time that I didn't have to follow the camera, that the camera was following me, so I could go wherever I wanted and say whatever I wanted. I knew the character so well, and after that I wanted to become a director. I have great memories from this movie. It made me the kind of actress I am today. After that, I was so much more strong within my skin, also as a person. So I owe a lot to Abel Ferrara, even though he's such a crazy motherfucker. Yeah. Thank you.
So, Asia.
But I have to say, today, sitting next to Ray Wise, it made my day. I mean, everything's been great here, but sitting next to this great man made my day. Thank you.
So, Asia, thank you very much. That was tough. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Asia Argento. Without any further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage Mr. Ray Wise.
My favorite Italian actress, right there.